All right, everybody has their motif opened. Okay, so we left off, we had just finished filling in all of these decorative things in the middle. We're now going to add decorative stuff to the outside in these outside gaps. So if you would, on your toolbar, select your ellipse tool. We use that a lot in this project. And we want the fill color to be black and your stroke to be nothing. So again, I chose the ellipse tool, fill color black, stroke nothing, and click anywhere on your document. We are going to make the circle 23 by 23. So width 23, height 23, click OK. And then if you would use your black selection tool, you're going to take that circle you just made and just move it into one of these open gap areas. It doesn't matter which one. We're going to make copies and put them all around anyway. So just pick one and just put that circle right in the middle. Okay, now we are going to make another ellipse circle, but before we do that, we need to click off of the circle that we just made so that it is not selected. We don't want anything selected. And we want to swap, over here on the tools panel, we want to swap our fill and stroke. So we want the fill color to be empty and the stroke color to be black. Then let's choose our ellipse tool and click anywhere on our document. We are going to make the width and height 23 again, so it should already be there, so just click OK. And then with it selected, we are going to come over to our properties panel and click the word stroke. Click the word stroke. We're going to make a few changes over here. All right, the weight needs to be 11. The next option where it says cap, you want to choose round cap. It's the one in the middle, round cap. The corner, you want to choose round, wait, what does it say? Round join. Put a check mark by dashed line. And your dash gap needs to be 0 and then 25 and then nothing else. So if you have other stuff, take it off. 0 is your dash. Your gap is 25. And then the last thing that we want to do is these two little boxes that we have right here. We want to click on the one that says aligns dashes to corners and path ends. So right now it gives you this small circle with probably about 3 dots maybe. So we're going to use our black selection tool and we're going to make our circle a little bit bigger just by clicking on your bounding box and dragging out. As you do that, it should give you more dots. You want to drag it out until you get 5 dots and then center it over your other circle. Okay, so everybody's little decorative flower should look something like this. For some reason, I think it looks like a turtle. I don't really know why. A head and 4 little legs. That's what I see. But we're going to take our turtle, that's what I'm going to call it, and we need to group the two little things together that we just made. So I'm going to click on the outside one that selects all 5 of those little circles. I'm going to hold down Shift. And I'm going to click the one in the middle, and then I'm going to Control G to group it. Now, to verify that I grouped it, because sometimes you can't tell if you actually clicked on it or not, I'm going to click off of it, and then I'm going to click it again and just move it and see if I get everything. If you don't get everything, if you can't move it all together, then you did not group it and you need to try again. So please make sure it is grouped. All right, now that we have it grouped, we are going to use our awesome rotate tool to create copies and swing it all the way around the flower like we've done with the other items. So, with your selection tool, okay, so now we're going to make copies of this all the way around. I'm going to use my black selection arrow and I'm going to click on my turtle once so that it is selected. And then I'm going to click on the rotate tool on my toolbar. Now, if you can remember from previous days, whenever we need to rotate, we need to mark where we want it to rotate from. So we're going to mark it to rotate from the very center of our flower. So down here in the center, I'm going to hold down Alt, and I'm going to click in the center of my flower to get my dialog box to pop up. Again, hold down Alt and then click in that center. The angle that you want to rotate this at is negative 11.06, and then click Copy. Negative 11.06 and then copy. That should give you a copy of your flower turtle. And now Control D as in dog will take it all the way around. Now you'll notice when you take it all the way around, it's not exactly in the center of the gaps where it should be. So after it goes all the way around, we're going to clean it up by using our black arrow and just moving the ones that are not in the center. No matter how many times I've done this tutorial, I could never get it to be exact on this one step, so you just fix it as you go. So I'm just using, after you get them copied all the way around, I'm just using my black selection arrow to move these as close to the center as possible. Whoops. Negative 11.06 is the angle. Negative 11.06. And then copy.
So negative 11, right?
Negative 11.06.
I think it didn't work.
So try again. Make sure that you have your group selected. Use your rotate tool, mark it, and make sure you click copy and not OK. OK doesn't do anything. That's with the rotate tool.
Wait, Miss, how do I reverse? Do I go back?
Control Z is your undo. All right, I think I got all mine into place. Once you get them all into place, then save, because you've done a lot. All right, guess what? We're finally ready to start adding some color. Woohoo! All right, we are done adding all the detail and everything that we're going to add, and the rest of the stuff is going to be coloring. So, first thing I want us to do is choose your black selection arrow, and then I want you to just click on basically like click on one of your leaves. Click on one of your leaves. Doesn't matter which one. Just click on one of them so that it's selected. And now we're going to go up to select, same, stroke color. So what that did was anything that had that same stroke color of black got selected. And now we are going to go to our stroke colors and pick a different color and watch everything change. This is the first part of what you're doing. So you can leave it on black if you want, or you may now change your color of your strokes.
Well, I chose purple first, so I'm not copying it.
Okay.
I haven't figured I messed it up.
So do Control Z to undo, and let's try again. All right, now comes the really fun part. So what we're going to do is we need to basically select all of it, everything. Easiest way to do that, Control A to select all. Control A selects everything. And then over on our toolbar, you can't see it because it's a hidden tool, but if you look for the one that is called Shape Builder, it's hidden below that. So find your Shape Builder tool and then click and hold. We want to choose the live paint bucket. And then anywhere on your document, you'll notice how it kind of turns red. I want you to just click.
Where is it?
It's below the Shape Builder tool. You'll get a little dialog box, hit OK. And now you'll notice when you go over the squares, it turns red. That means it's ready for a fill color.
I still can't find it.
Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to use your fill color to fill in however you want to decorate it. But let me show you some options for just these, more than just the fill colors that are here, because right now we have no fill color for anything. Remember, they have these basic standard ones, but then you also have your little swatch libraries menu. And this is where some of those fun gradient ones and patterns are. So if we click this, I'm just going to start, I always like to start at the very beginning, art history and ancient. And another little dialog box pops up. With this dialog box, just kind of move it out of the way. And you'll notice there are little tiny arrows down at the very bottom that will work through all of your different colors. I even like to stretch this out and make it a little bigger so I can see everything. And you can see there's pastels and there's dark colors, there's bright colors, and then there's also patterns and gradients. So let me find what I like. All right, I found my gradient, so I'm gonna pick one, and then with my live paint bucket, I'm just going to click in the middle and start coloring. Okay, if you'll kind of stop where you're at, I'm going to show you how to do a couple more things so that you could possibly get this close to being finished. First off, let's select everything. So do Control A. After that, let's go up to Object. And is y'all's expand appearance showing up or just expand? Expand, okay. So click expand. Make sure that you have a check mark by object, fill, and stroke. Hit OK. There should be check marks by all three. Hit OK. Then go up to object and expand one more time. This time the object is grayed out and you want a check mark by fill and stroke. Hit OK. Now take your live paint bucket tool and you should be able to click anywhere inside your leaves, and now you can color all of those appropriately.